Hi, good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 5 Now. We are here on our WKRG Facebook page, also streaming at WKRG.com. We appreciate you watching, and we've got a lot to tell you about this morning. And, of course, our question of the day, poll of the day, it's all just ahead on News 5 Now.
Brought to you by Green and Phillips, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
In case you missed it on the air when we were on this morning, since 4:30, News 5 this morning, and I'll be back this morning on News 5 at 9 as well, in for Devin Walsh today. We'll get to our big stories right now. Number 5, President Donald Trump's proposed tariffs against Canada and Mexico are now on hold for a month after he spoke to the leaders of both countries yesterday. The president says the leaders of Mexico and Canada will move to help stop the flow of drugs and illegal immigrants along the borders. Number 4, thousands of people nationwide participated in Day Without Immigrants, including people in Pensacola. On the corner of Garden and Palafox Streets, a group of roughly 50 people chanted while carrying pro-immigration signs. The National Day is a movement where immigrants took off work to show the workplace what would happen if they're not there. And that's a reality that is increasing with increasing likelihood as President Donald Trump cracks down on illegal immigration. Number 3, Faith Academy head football coach Eric Speakman is stepping down after one season with the Rams. He was previously at Opelika for 6 years, where he won 3 region titles and came to Faith Academy following Hall of Fame coach Jack French's retirement. The move is not football related, as Speakman said he has to return home to the Auburn area to handle family matters. And number 2, whale sightings aren't uncommon along the Gulf Coast, but to see a North Atlantic right whale swimming along the Alabama shoreline is a rare sight. Captain Bobby Kelly with the Gulf Shores Fishing Charter said he was heading out for just another day fishing until something large emerged from the water. And they weren't just any whales. Both whales were from the endangered species known as the North Atlantic right whales. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, there are only about 375 or 370 of these whales remaining in the world. And number 1, volunteers with the Mobile chapter of AARP are putting the spotlight on local African American history. Each week in February, they'll host a different free event meant to teach others about Black history. Monday at the Via Center, AARP Alabama hosted its first in a series of coffee conversations for Black History Month. The first conversation centered around the Mobile Area Mardi Gras Association, or MAMGA. The talks will continue each Monday at 9:30 in the morning for the rest of the month, and they are free to attend. That's at the Via Center. And those are 5 stories that we've been following this morning. There are a lot more. We do have our question of the day, and we'll get right to that. And an interesting question: how would you feel if the Super Bowl was played internationally? Like somewhere other than a city in the U.S. It's our tradition, not theirs. Let's keep it that way. Okay. NFL has been neutered and isn't worth watching. Word on the hill is Trump offered Mexico and Canada that option. Good one, Preston. No, absolutely not. The Super Bowl should be played in America, period. I don't know where else you would play it. They play one NFL game, I think, each season now in England. At the start of the season, preseason, perhaps. I don't know if it would go over in other countries as big as it is here in the U.S. So we'll, I guess, for now, there's no danger of the Super Bowl moving anywhere but some big city in the U.S. What's it next year? It's Vegas next year? Is that correct? I don't know. I believe it is. But this year, we just got done with the Grammys the other night. Are you surprised Taylor Swift did not take home a Grammy? And I'll be honest with you, I didn't catch the Grammys. And I know Beyonce won because she's been on every network for her country album. I did not know Taylor Swift didn't win a Grammy. She had her big tour, the Eras Tour. Somehow managed to throw out a new record while all that was going on. So, surprise, surprise. I I don't know. I have to check with my Swifties to find out what's going on in Taylor Swift world. You can find out all sorts of things here on News 5 Now. All you have to do is find us here on the Facebook page, which many of you have already done, and we appreciate it very much. Share your comments. Whatever's yanking your chain, we'll be glad to hear from you. We appreciate it. For now, I'm Bill Riles. I'll be back on the air, 9 o'clock this morning, News 5 at 9, and later today, News 5 at noon, and News 5 Now at 12:30. We hope to see you then. Have a good one.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips.